Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the TechGuy podcast, episode number 42. And you know me, I won't miss a week. Yeah, I might I might miss Friday upload dates, but I always talk about like we are not missing an episode because if we miss a lot of news too. So yeah, and I don't want to make 2 hour film podcast type level that others do, or even like mm, what you see others do. But yeah, so in this episode we have a lot to talk about. As usual, we have random topics. This week is due to, like I said, I was traveling, and these topics are also some aside from like if you know that we majorly talk about AI and their small updates and features. But yeah, there are new AI big updates, but this episode is more about something different topics that I that we never talked before. But yeah, so couple of topics in this episode we are going to cover are definitely OpenAI's new shopping research feature that they launched last week. Then we are going to talk about YouTube recap. Yes, YouTube is doing their own recap. If you haven't got it, or if you don't know anything about it, if you don't know anything about recap, uh, like we are going to talk about that. But yeah, YouTube is doing that, and I have a couple of thoughts regarding it. Then we are going to talk about why MKBHD is shutting his own app, and also it just gives a long form like kind of an perspective of, because I do want to get into that in future. But yeah, lot to talk about in that too. Why his app didn't work, why panels didn't work, and why he is shutting down. And also in the end, we also couple of topics like Samsung launching their Tri Fold next year. They'll showcase it. Mr. Who's the Boss made a video regarding it. If you wanna go check that out. Visually, if you wanna see that, But we are gonna talk about trifolds. But yeah, and I believe, yeah, that's it. And some things and some concerns I do have with YouTube and others too specifically. But yeah, let's talk about that. So yeah, we have a packed episode of episode number 42. So let's just get into it. Episode number 42 of the Tech Guy podcast. I don't know if you are an F1 fan. Like last episode, if you watched it, I talked about how insane Qatar GP was. Like the disqualification and Max again winning it. Like it was insane by like turn of events. And this last Sunday, it was a final Abu Dhabi match, and like yeah, it was a three-way fight. So it was really interesting, especially to watch it. And this is my first F1 season to watch, So yeah, like last episode, like I talk about Max Verstappen, how he's coming back, but Lando had a good, really high chances to win, and that is what he did. He did not. He consistently did well, and the only reason he had so much of a tight match is because they got disqualified because of their team mistakes. So yeah, it is a team sport, it does happen in that. But yeah, Lando played safe, he played his own way. He talked about in an interview too, like he won his own way, the Lando way he talked about, not in an aggressive way, which is kind of a Max Verstappen play. But yeah, it was insane. Even though Max won the Grand Prix, but Lando won the whole championship with just 2 points, which is insane. Like you can just talk about, like even Oscar Piastri was there, but it was a really good chance for Lando just to win it. He just doesn't that he just did not have to fuck up, like do some aggressive stuff, or just he just had to play safe. So yeah, uh looking forward to next season. Like I really love what F1 as a sport is, which is a team sport, but also kind of a sport that really brings out my like brains to think about why, especially like it is a technical sport I want to talk about. Like let's say in the next couple of episode, like we will dedicate a section of a podcast in next couple of episodes. But yeah, if anyone F1 fan is watching this, do let me know who is your one of favorite teams, who you support, who is your one of our favorite drivers. Because this is just my first season, I just got into it because of I started watching Drive to Survive on Netflix. But also, yeah, F1 movie was great this year too. Uh, so like this is just a side track I would have talked about before, because I gave you some kind of an update regarding my F1 journey last episode, and what I was looking forward to this week. But yeah, and yeah, so this weekend was actually packed since Friday to Sunday. I was just looking forward to what strategies they were making, like everything. So yeah, this is just me, like kind of an giving out a lot of my talking about just random thing like just F1, but it is a technical, like lot of tech involves in. I might make a future dedicated podcast, obviously episode, and I will definitely make a video on it too. So yeah, uh, so yeah, let's talk about then today's topic, which I think we will look. I will look forward to next year F1 too. So uh, let's just get into the episode now. Okay, the actual topics I want to talk about. So topic, oh, let's talk about I think YouTube recap. I think let's go with it first. So if you don't know anything kind of an what is recap or Spotify rap, what it is just a recap of the whole year, what you listen to, what, like, especially in Spotify they are doing it for a couple of years. And I am a Spotify user for past couple of years definitely, and I do share my rap every year. But this year I did not use Spotify that much, because especially for past couple of months I switched to Apple Music, because I had a 3 month kind of a free subscription to take it. And yeah, so like my Spotify subscription, like my Spotify rap is not up to date kind of, and like what I actually listen to. And same goes for Apple Music, because I started listening to last 3 months of this year in Spotify, sorry, in Apple Music. So Apple Music has their own recap too, which is good on its own, but Spotify is doing it for like couple of years. They know how you can like make it visually good, make it really interesting to just even go through it your whole recap. So apart from Spotify and Apple, YouTube there did their own recap, which I actually wanted. I really wanted a YouTube recap, not individually. I do feel like I don't know about individual, because it is a lot of thing. Like I was just asking for like a whole YouTube, what is cultural trends, the biggest moments, what happened on the platform, and not just like one specific user too. But if I get specifically my own recap, I was just too happy, and we got it this year you know so I was really happy that we got YouTube recap. But it was actually good, not like, rather than going into bird and what the problem, or not problem, but what they can do better next year is definitely we will talk about. But uh, YouTube recap, if you wanna see my YouTube recap, which do feel like YouTube did not like, kind of, and like I do feel like sometimes like I watched a lot of channels which were not included in it. I do watch random channels a lot, which I was like, uh, sometimes like I sometimes do not subscribe to a lot of channel, but I do watch certain type of content. Like I do watch a lot of movie analysis stuff, but I don't subscribe to them, because I specifically watch movies and cinematography, screenplay kind of and videos, or even video essays videos to a specific topics, but not a specific channel. So yeah, it was kind of an, I will say, in that regards I was like, we should definitely get next year some upgrades regarding our YouTube recap. But yeah, if you want to check my YouTube recap, I will put down here somewhere that image. Uh, and it is definitely like what my majority of the YouTube, what I watch on YouTube is basically like gaming, tech. Like obviously tech is going to involve in that, a lot of things. But if I wanted to, you know like like talked about in the start, like I really wanted to have kind of an, I will say, uh, cultural and what trends I actually watch, like that, like specifically what Spotify did this year. Like they monthly talked about how and what the kind of music I discovered at what day, which was really awesome, I will definitely say, because which is really good saying that. If because on I do watch insane amount of YouTube, on, like I don't watch regular TV that much, because like YouTube is something kind of, and I will say, has so many infinite amount of content. I just found a lot of channel this year, like I wanted to, like, and I will definitely make dedicated section, like New Year's end kind of a video, where like we will talk about it in the podcast, where how many channels do I just found this specific year, not just last year, not just couple of years ago, but this year that I've watched solely, too much of those channels. Like for past, I will say, for 2 months I'm watching Good Mythical Morning too so much, like it has become my daily watch, like at least one episode I watch of Good Mythical Morning. So you can see just how YouTube is go to uh, app for me to for info, like not information, but just entertainment, like a regular things to watch. So yeah, so talk about YouTube recap again. uh, it was actually good uh, at first, I will definitely say, but what Spotify did this year was that is what I was expecting from YouTube. But again, like I said, I'm okay with what we have got, because we can definitely say it is just a start, and from next year we will get more and more about into it. Because like what Spotify did with giving like specific kind of music when you found, and when that music you started watching, listening, you know go to, and then comparing, like I will not also talk about some small a tangent here about which when I find is better, which is Spotify or Apple Music. uh, Now compared to music quality, for both of the streaming platform I use these headphones that you are watching right now. This is just like boat rockers, 510 kind of a like version. But these are basic, kind of a, like you can find it like 1200 rupees, Indian rupees, I don't know, in US they even sell these headphones. But it is, these are the headphones I'm using for the past 5 years, and they are actually really good. But so in terms of music, both are actually good, I will definitely say. uh, because like any high quality music, these headphones will not justify it. So according to my listening kind of, and like hardware limitations, this one is actually good. uh, so any kind of lossless music that Apple provides, or even now Spotify provides, so doesn't matter to me. But in terms of UI, I did find some kind of really small glitches in Apple Music at the start. Now I don't find it that much kind of an dude, kind of an annoying, because they have improved it with the latest updates regarding whatever they give. But also I also want to talk about the haptic feature that Apple has for not all music, but at least all the latest albums whatever they are releasing, which is kind of an gimmicky. I don't want my phone to vibrate all the time, so that is okay. Comparing to in terms of UI, I do feel like Apple Music do have less amount of music compared to what I will say definitely Spotify has. Spotify has more music. I definitely don't find kind of an, I will say, all music. Sometimes, whenever I just find a new song in a short, or someone recommends to me on my Apple Music, which is kind of an, I will say, really downgrade. Because that is also I found out that majority of the people why they use Spotify or why they use YouTube Music over Apple Music is because they find it, they have less amount of music upload there. So Apple should improve in that. About I will say in terms of uh, user interface, like how the uh, usually the how the interface and how it responds is actually both good, but I do feel like Spotify is way more optimized. My phone doesn't heat up because I do feel like sometimes whenever I use Apple Music, my phone does heat up. That can be because of, I think, the new iOS 26 update that is given to Apple Music, and it was too heavy of a deal for my 15 Pro, I believe. So I feel like when it comes to Spotify, it is way too much, I will say, optimized. It is like, especially I can use Spotify same account on my TVs, on my phones. It does not have restrictions to just use on, I believe, on my iPhone. That does have for Apple Music. Spotify is way better than in it. So I will definitely try next 3 months on my, when this subscription ends, my Spotify subscription, which I definitely want to try that too. Because apart from that, I do believe that YouTube Music has the all kind of music, because obviously every music is being uploaded, even with both video and audio. So I believe that YouTube Music will be obviously have a better chance, both apart both better chance both than Apple Music and Spotify one. So yeah, compare, like, it is going actually good, but yeah, that was like kind of a tangent I wanted to go, like which one is better, uh like the conclusion is I did not find any kind of, I will say, personally on a regular daily basis I was like, oh my god, why am I using Apple Music, I should go back to Spotify. Definitely not as a user perspective. uh, both are actually good and better at their own pace. There are some downgrades, definitely, but you know what, I am okay with. So yeah, that is, I will say, my Spotify and versus Apple. Like, I don't mind anyone, any, like, for me both are good actually, but Spotify will take a major leap once I started using its subscription base, because definitely it is available on everyone. There is no restriction like Apple Music has, because I can't use Apple Music on my Windows, at least for now, and it is not optimized. I do believe, like, I need to check. Okay, I will definitely check it and see how it goes. So yeah, let's talk about the further topic I want to talk about. That is uh, the, like, let's talk about the shopping research, the new feature that the new feature that OpenAI announced last week. So this is a new feature that uh, is there. I believe it's just they have given a new naming to it and kind of a good interface, like good UI inbuilt on in ChatGPT. So what shopping research is, it is a dedicated button. You will find it there on, just like where you find your thinking mode, like different modes of whatever you want to use as your chat gpt or the specific chat. So there will be that specific option to use shopping research, and it will definitely recommend whenever you are shopping. Like, chat gpt is already good at doing research for you, you know that, because you and I have used it for before too. But this new research is kind of and going goes in depth what you want, and it will also recommend. So yeah, both ways. If you are not using if you are not in that mode, it will obviously always recommend you to go in that. If it is any kind of going into deep research, it, according to them, it uses ChatGPT 5 earlier model, the latest model, not the latest model but the earlier model, ChatGPT 5, to do your research. And yeah, so the research, this model, the difference between what previous research or previous ChatGPT, what answers it used to give, it is kind of a more flexible in terms of it has its own user interface. So when, let's say, for example, they have given on their web, at least on their website, is that if you want to buy a laptop, let's say, if you give a prompt and if you have selected shopping research, it will ask you a couple of questions in an interface way which is easy to even write. Like, you don't have to write too much. What it will do, like, find me a laptop for my let's say for my coding work that I do on regular basis for my college. So I just type that prompt and give it to it. So it will then ask your budget, it will ask your preferences, companies, your what kind of system you want, Windows, Linux, or like basically whatever the system. Are you comfortable buying second hand? Like, a lot of interface questions, like options. You have to click it will give you four options, you have to then click it. It is kind of an, I will say, easier more than before. It is making it much more easier than what it was just before, what you were doing it, like giving lot of prompts. So it will do its own research. It will go uh, the agent behind the web page and do its own searching on those web page and give you your answer. Now you can just continue doing research and research whatever, however exact model you want. So now they have said that it is not perfect from their side. They have said that it is not perfect and it will be uh, giving mistakes about availability of the product and the pricing of the product. So they said that whatever the research it is providing to you, they said that the research availability and basically the availability of the product whatever you are searching and the pricing might be wrong, which is kind of a big deal. But okay, putting that aside, at least they are honest, being transparent with it, because I do find that whatever the I haven't done personally too much kind of a research in terms of product, consumer product that I want to buy, but I have to ask it uh, availability about it. Like, it personally don't show the availability of the product that I have researched before. I don't know how it is right now because I haven't used this new research mode. We will talk about more about how research mode it is in future. But yeah, now the major thing about this research, uh, basically shopping research model is, or basically this feature is, the concern is uh, OpenAI might start the ad model about these products that you are saying. So basically what Google is, so the major concern that I see here is not that of a concern, is that the problem will be, I will say, concern in the sense of the reliability of what product it is showing you. You know, when the ad model, when they integrate the ad model in this shopping research, then it just becomes another Google search for you. So Google runs on ad program and Google search runs on ads, and based on those ads it has generated billions of dollars. We know that, and that is kind of a model that every website uses to promote their work, promote their products up to the category. So if ChatGPT is basically OpenAI integrates their ad model towards not just, I will say, other things, but at least I believe that they might integrate ad model in this consumer product like shopping research, because it is high probability that people want to, especially companies, want to spend much more money towards it. Now there are a lot of ups and sides to it. Like, not every other website will allow agents to it. So because that is also another kind of an, I will say, a problem that is going to be on OpenAI side. Because what is going to happen is uh, majorly that if you go to the blog that OpenAI posted, uh, I will link down to in the description. They have said that if you are a consumer, if you are a company and want us to show your product on our timeline, basically their research, whenever the research is been done, please allow our agents to research your pages. So what does that mean is that this website specifically what they sell, like uh, products like what they sell, whatever the products, they might not allow AI agents in it, because now it's not that they will definitely dis like not exclude, like they will exclude all the AI agents. That is what I will say, the ad bidding war kind of, and I will just start like some companies will make their partnership with some AI models, some AI companies. Like let's say some companies operate with OpenAI, some companies will operate with Gemini, some with Perplexity, some with XAI, for showing their products top of the line on their product shopping researches. So basically, like I said, the ad model that they want to integrate will be getting integrated in those specific shopping research features, because majority of the shopping that online, I believe, is being done by the apps right now. Okay, not through web pages, I believe, because especially coming from my side too, like when I see products, I want to buy products whenever I want to buy products. Even this mic, whenever I want to buy a bike, I didn't go to their official site to go and just buy this mic. I just did go. I just find this mic and the offer to buy it on Amazon, which was kind of an, I will say, a really big cheap deal for me to buy it. So what I'm trying to say here is like majority of the consumption of products, consumer products, are being bought through Amazon, Flipkart, Alibaba, those kind of websites. And I do believe that this feature, like I do believe that this feature something like shopping research is will be getting it will be get integrated in those webs, like web pages definitely, but they will also integrate their own AI with that. Like Amazon already has their own AI. I don't know what they call it on their Amazon app. I didn't use it, but yeah. So what I'm trying to say here is that these ad model and these other competitors that will be coming in and will be showing, because this is just another kind of an ad model for to sell for the people. Like what Amazon do also has, what Google does is like, if you search for something kind of an product on Amazon, you will definitely see products up at the top five. At least the top couple of three at least are the ad based products that they have been pushed in that certain category in whatever you are trying to purchase. So same will go for the AI. And it's again goes back to is like, it's not finding you the best product, it's just giving you the product that has been given ad to you. So basically what I'm trying to say is just, we are coming back to square one. It's not that you are getting a best product, yeah, you are getting a good product, so it's just coming back to the same cycle. It's just the convenience of buying the product will get lower and lower. So basically what I mean by that is, like when Amazon came, when e-commerce basically came into the business, the buying product got easier and easier. So whenever whatever kind of product, you have a lot of option or a lot of online stores to just buy it and get home delivered to it. Now with this AI, what it is going to be is, people who don't want to do too much research, it will be much more convenience for them. But does that mean they are just buying the best available product? No, I do believe that there also obviously will be available, but if they start using ad model and they just show these are the best five possible basically five products, but on in the hindsight they are just promoted because these companies have paid these AI models, so these AI companies, to push their product more through their shopping research, just like what it will, I think, happen on OpenAI too. So what I'm trying to say here is, when it comes to ultimately the products, it is still the same. I don't think it will change, or it will, AI will be honest. And then there will be complicated subscription models from OpenAI, that if you buy our pro models, you will not get ads in your shopping feature, so it's just ultimately trying to sell you the problems they have only created ultimately. But these are just future predictions, my, because the ad model is still not started, because people are still speculating it. I am still speculating it. The ad model will start. You can just go it and use it, try it for yourself. If you are, it's just a well research is always to do a well, it is always good to do a well research on any kind of product, especially the I will say the expensive ones that you are buying, whatever, especially your smartphones, any kind of home equipments, especially in tech, because there are a lot of products and companies available there. So what I'm trying to say, ultimately, the ultimate conclusion of this is, the product whatever you are buying, or it is not solving anything, I believe. The convenience, like I said, the only thing that it is solving, and only thing that is AI getting, is ultimately what AI is right now doing for a lot of people, is just making their life easier to buy something. So basically, convenience over research, basically. So people will just like ask ChatGPT or any kind of AI, even within Amazon, I will believe that, just find me this product, whichever good products, and you will just find this all five products. Okay, these are good, but ultimately they are backed by those are ad products, and ultimately it's not just by that you are buying the best product, or that you are buying the ultimate honest form of kind of, and I will say, answers from those models. So it is just convenience. Like I said, like what AI is right now, it's just convenience. Like whatever the context you fill your AI model, it will give you best possible results, but ultimately you can always find a better result through other forms of. So like I said, the conclusion here is convenience over, I will say, the best product. So ultimately, these shopping research features, like I believe that will be getting added to just that those kind of feature will definitely will be get just added in, not just, I will say, these other companies like Perplexity, Gemini by Google, or XAI. But I do believe that the convenience of what I believe that the what I think that will happen is ultimately that these features will just integrate on already that apps you are using. So basically it will integrate your in your, what, like I said, in your Amazon, in your integrated will be in your phones, uh, with AI models. It will be getting integrated, just like how AI models will be integrated in your phones, and you don't have to go specifically to that app, specifically ChatGPT or whatever you are using. So yeah, this is, I do believe, what it will lead to in next 6 months, in next 6 months, that will, like, in 2026, that is what I think this feature will lead it to, but yeah, so that is what I believe, that like it is not solving any kind of, yeah, giving you the best product possible. It is just giving you the products, that it has, first of all, access to the websites, because some website will be not giving the access. And if, let's just, for an example, believe that OpenAI will not go to those websites that they have not given access, but yeah, so we will not get those products, which I had to find that OpenAI will ultimately not go to those websites that they have not gotten permission. It's just they don't have to get it's just they don't have wanted lawsuit by any other company. So let's talk about this Samsung Trifold. So Samsung launched last week their first, obviously their first, but their first trifold phone. So if you don't know what trifolds are, so it's just another fold in an, okay, it's hard to explain what a trifold phone is audibly. Visually it's simple, but yeah, if you know what foldables are, just like there will be another kind of an fold in that, the third extra one, you will just get another extra space of screen. So trifolds are kind of an, I will say, big deal in terms of, I will say, what kind of the first gen trifolds we are at least getting at, we got, I think, earlier this year from Huawei, or last year, I don't remember too much, but Huawei was the first one to attempt a trifold. At least we got, at least visibly we can see that the CEO, I believe, he was using it on a plane, the trifold, which was definitely intentional. We know that, but then a lot of people got hand of it. Like there are a lot of trifold videos. MKBHD even talked about that. I do believe that a lot of videos are out there of at least the Huawei one. And the last week, and we did not know that basically Huawei phones are not out there, especially in the western side. I don't know in India those are phone available. I don't think in India Huawei phones are available too, but Samsung launched their trifold last week, which is a big deal because Samsung also, not as surprising, but let's say that Samsung is one of those companies which tries everything early on because they were the first one to try the foldables in the commercial way. That is what they are doing with trifolds, because trifolds are not getting, they have just gotten launched, or we have just gotten the first look of it. we it's not still available for sale till next year. We will be getting, you can buy it next year when they launch it. I believe after the Galaxy event they will definitely do it, or at the Galaxy event, that is probably in the month of January, I believe the second or third week. So trifold is kind of an, I will say, the reason I called it this trifold a big deal, or something that is not, does not feel like a first generation, and that is what I think Mr. Who's the Boss talk about in his video too. I will definitely recommend go and check out his video about, he did it kind of an first impression kind of a video, which definitely does not feel like a first gen phone. If you compare first gen foldable phones to first gen trifold phone, a lot of difference and lot of optimized basically user interface. The whole software is so brilliantly done, even with the third screen, so I do feel like the trifold are really really optimized and better than what the foldable first generation are, when I look at it in those videos that we are seeing. And it is incredibly big. It is now that like trifolds are, when you unfold them, they are definitely as a size of a tablet and gives a feel of a bigger screen than definitely foldable. It is definitely makes a much bigger, I will say, kind of an, I will much, it will definitely much make kind of a big deal if you are a multitasker. I will say much more than now, like much more than before, much more than what foldables were capable of. And I'm like, yeah, Samsung has nailed it with the first gen, and Samsung is one of those companies who can just burn a lot of money at the product, because they are one of the most biggest companies out there, not just in smartphone industry, but a lot of, like, they have TVs, they have their own like home equipments from fridge, like yeah, reason why I do feel like it is kind of a big deal and the first step by Samsung, which not as surprising, like I talked about. And also we will definitely will be getting a couple of new trifolds in next 1 or 2 years. Next year, like, we are definitely getting Samsung one, I think. We will definitely get one from Oppo, then we will definitely get one from OnePlus, uh, which is kind of, and I will definitely say, not again surprising. And we are definitely getting a foldable iPhones. I don't know what they will call it, foldable iPhone 18 or just foldable first gen, I don't know. But we are definitely getting a new foldable next year from Apple too. So yeah, we are in the next, like, what, seventh gen in Samsung Fold, and two generation in 2 gen in with Galaxy Fold, and then we are getting not Galaxy, Google Pixel, and then we are now getting the uh, what first iPhone Fold, which is kind of an, I will say, uh, really late. But I believe that one thing that Apple does not do and try to do, or what Apple specific is that they want to always do a good and perfect kind of a product, which definitely they did with the Air 2. Now they are now up looking at Air. We can definitely expect kind of a thin foldable phone. I don't know if they will do flip phone, but I definitely want a flip iPhone definitely if I get one. Like, I do love Samsungs and this Samsung One flip phone, but I just don't have one right now. But the bigger question is, would it work with the audience basically? My answer will be definitely yes, because when I first look at this foldable phones, I was like, okay, is this going to be a really niche market? But I don't feel like, because I see a lot of foldables, because a lot of people do like bigger screens, and a lot of people do like to do a work multitasking. Now there are going to be like, and I'm not just talking about in my age group. Like, I would definitely buy a foldable one and to try it out how it works. But in older demographic, older than me demographic, older means like the people who are in 30s, I've seen a lot of people just buy foldable ones, and they wa- use it to multitask a lot. They like to read it, the documentation, a lot of people use it on regular basis like their primary phone. So like, I feel like when I felt like foldables won't work, but people do like multitasking and do want a powerful device on in their pocket all the time. So I believe that trifolds will definitely work, because trifolds are much more multitasking powerful device than obviously double foldable ones, and they are bigger ones. So they are much more bigger. They are definitely gives, I feel, like a tablet, which uh, I believe that in future they will definitely add accessories to it. But you know, it will definitely work, and especially Samsung doing it for next first gen. I believe that the what I looked at the first gen, what I saw in that video, that phone is definitely well done, and I believe that it will pop up, and a lot of people will use it. Now there will be definitely a niche. I believe that it will be much more niche than the foldable ones, because I do believe that, like I said, it's that even though as much as, like I said, foldable phones are, people are using it, it is not as up to the par, I believe, that the regular smartphones that we use these ones. But I do believe that there is a market, and that's why they are priced like that too. And I believe that, I think these trifolds will be kind of an price at the start, I feel like, especially coming from Samsung, I believe uh, 1800 or 2000, might be $2000 too at a start. So it is going to be a lot of price point of view, because they are the first one entering in the market in terms of consumer giving it to public. Unless and until big companies entered into it, like Google or even Apple, especially in the west side, I don't think they will be worrying about too much about pricing. So they will price as much as they wanted, even though there is like, because there is no just competition. So yeah, I'm looking forward to how it will be, because this year we have definitely seen improvements in terms of battery wise, in terms of, I will say, like, we have gotten same amount of batteries in same amount of sorry, more amount of battery in same amount of size. And that's why we get phones like OnePlus, which is way good in terms of battery conserving. We have like 5000 milliampere, 5000, like 7000, 5000, like. So I do believe that the new carbon fiber batteries, we call them, I believe, so those kind of batteries will definitely, I believe, kind of an will be integrating in those trifold. And I'm like, next year phones batteries is going to be really really up, because nobody kind of an adjusted to it. Because I was just saying the couple of days ago some reviews of smartphones, and a lot of companies just did not adapt what OnePlus did, with this with their battery technology, with the carbon battery technology. But yeah, so I believe that next year we are going to see a lot of jumps in terms of battery technology, and using that same battery technology in like foldables trifold, we are going to get a lot of performance out of it. So I'm excited for that too. So let's just see what happens with the trifolds, with the trifold industry coming into the industry right now. So let's take a break here, and after the break we will be talking about some YouTube things that are concerning. Also, there are some my kind of an roast towards YouTube, not a roast, but it's just I want to complain about YouTube for like 10 minutes, and then we are going to talk about why MKBHD is shutting his own panels, basically the app. Let's talk about the why MKBHD is shutting the panels app. So if you don't know, last year MKBHD launched his own first app, which is panels, which basically a wallpaper app. So you can download the wallpaper basically, and if you are an artist, you can just upload your art there, basically wallpapers and the shots, not picture, I believe it was just for wallpapers majorly. And you can watch ads, and or just buy it, or buy the subscription, which is kind of $100, which is a lot. But the first announcement was, I think he did when he made the review for iPhone 16 Pro, and then yeah, I think September. And then a lot of black backlash, because the app was not optimized, like there were some concerns regarding the app, which I don't remember too much right now, because I think I made a video and we did talk about in the podcast. But the concerns were regarding why we need this kind of information to give to the app, which is, it is just a wallpaper app, which everything MKBHD addressed in the later on a video. He made a video on his channel addressing that, which he talked about everything. And the major concern for the people were the too much ad system and too much kind of a pricey system for to just get it. So sorry. So uh, the price obviously is definitely kind of a big deal. But apart from that, then he made, I believe, wallpapers, some wallpapers free, the 720p. And if you want to, or the HD one, those were the free, got the free, you can just go get it for free. And if you want high res wallpaper, you just have to watch two ads, which is what I did. I did use wall panels app, and for last like I I definitely use couple of wallpapers from there, which definitely were really really good. And so you can buy the wallpapers or the whole collection through giving specific uh, what you can just get the specific collection from specific artists. So a lot of things were they going on in that app, in terms of wallpaper wise, which was good. It was really responsive app, which the naming was good too. The app was actually the premium. It definitely felt a premium app, just like what MKBHD is and his content is. And when I first saw the app and downloaded it, I definitely used it till last couple of months ago, and I stopped using it because I don't use now any other wallpaper. And the change of wallpaper is really really, I will say, not too frequent of a deal for me. Like in a year I change my wallpaper like 4 to 5 times, and I sometimes I just get wallpapers through social media, or from threads or from Twitter, just the accounts that post it, I just get it 4K from there. and I already have bunch of wallpapers already stored in my laptop, so I just import it from there. But wallpaper app are kind of a really niche, and monetizing them are really hard. So I don't know any other, like, in terms of monetization, in terms of what MKBHD did for wallpapers, because I do know there are definitely other apps, wallpaper apps, that I used in the past a lot and still uses whenever I need wallpapers. So if you are a wallpaper person, do let me know what any other app is really good, because this panels app is shutting down. So yeah, so the major reason, they talked about in the panels app too, you can check out their website. They talked about the development team change, they talked about, which is the sole reason they gave, and they did not find a person who has kind of a same vision or has the same kind of a vision they had with the development of the app, which that is why they are shutting it down, which is not a lot of, I will say, to give kind of an talk regarding why it is shutting down. And I will definitely say they will definitely talk about it once everything is over. So I believe that when the next couple of episode in the waveform, or he will make a separate video why it didn't work. For at least for now, he's just told that us that the app is shutting down on the 31st of December, and people who have taken the subscription, they will get it back. uh, the reason I'm talking about the this specifically panels app, and it's not that they're like, because it's in the same community as what I am, which is a YouTube creator, same as MKBHD. We are in the same space, and my definitely future plans were definitely is building big apps basically, and a lot of ideas are there and working on it too. But like saying why wallpaper app did not work, yeah, you can definitely say there are definitely other reasons, like the monetization model was not good that enough, and the niche that MKBHD entered was too niche, so niche that the even I, a person who changed 4 to 5 wallpapers a year, did use panels for like 2 to 3 times. So like the usage of these specific apps are too niche, so to maintain those kind of stuff are hard. So that is one reason. But I definitely want to know what's the major reason for behind the development side, behind the things that need to make this app work. So I definitely want and more reasons and more talk from their from them specifically, what were the difficulties to run those app, because it was their first app too. Because this was, I think, their sole project, because whatever MKBHD has worked right up until and still working with Rich, he is kind of an creative person, like head of creative there, right there, I think, I believe. And then he works with the brand, I believe. Yeah. So both of those companies, like he's working with another company. But this one was solely his project. So I was just interested to knowing, because not all YouTube creator products have been received well. Because when you compare to the top 1% of creators, like specifically uh, what Mr. Beast does is kind of a commercial project, like commercially, basically what Mr. Beast is doing with that level of with festivals, with that is just what another level, like we are not even going to that, like that is some kind of a product that universally accepts. Even if I go to a mall, or it's not mall, like a store, and I see a festival, I will just buy it because I know Mr. Beast. But I will just buy any kind of candy if just to try it out if it is good or not. So it's not like it's a one time purchase, like kind of a product. That is a total different thing, what from apps, from websites, from software that I am entering into. So there have been tech products that have been done. Also in India, there is some big creator also called Tech Burner. He also made his own watch, and which kind of, and I will say at the price point, a good watch. What actually I have seen but the marketing and the promise were so big of a big deal that the backlash was also not good for the product actually. Because the marketing is definitely important for those kind of product which they did not nail it, and the product itself was definitely not top notch compared to what other kind of an, but it was just a reasonable product. So it is hard to get into product designing. Product is a total different thing, but this is something kind of, and I believe that one thing that I will be approaching in next couple of 1 or 2 years, you will be seeing apps, web pages, basically, or softwares from us, my team, or specifically by me at first side. And that is what I wanted to get in, because as a tech enthusiast, like I do want to get into that. But the problem here is I want to know more and more what these big creators like MKBHD, what hold them back, because I am not as big as MKBHD. Definitely I don't have a kind of an money involved same as him, definitely will not be. So yeah, want to know why is it that difficult to run those kind of apps, those kind of systems, what were the difficulties, which is kind of, and I will say I'm much more interested, so because I have kind of an like made 1 or 2 apps, been involved in making apps while I was in college in making some projects. So kind of, and I will say I'm really into that kind of specific niche, and I hope I we get more talk from them, because it is kind of a good feedback, like in the one thing that happens really really good in creative environment, or this YouTube creative community, is that you can just see others and what they have done and learn from them and do your best. That's why every other creator, new creator that is coming, has more leverage and more data to work on than the creator which was before. So yeah, it is kind of an I know for a lot of you who are listening to this kind of, and I will say why we are even getting into this conversation. But like as we go further, we will be talking about this much more in future. Like that's why I said in the start of this podcast that the topics I am getting into this episode are kind of an unusual and kind of will feel offbeat, because it is something that are that we will be talking about much more in future, because we will be getting into these topics uh, further episodes in our podcast. So yeah, so that was just regarding my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts regarding it. Like, what do you feel went wrong in the case of NKBHD panels, but also what do you feel like this do you feel there is a future of apps, web pages still, or what kind of product are? Because I do feel like as the bar of entering and getting and get like making products are getting lower and lower with the help of AI, with the help of new uh, developing kits, developers, like the information is so much so out there with even tools right now, so you can make any kind of product, whatever you want, especially in the software space. So I am just too much interested in it because it is easier to get in, so I feel like we will talk about much in that in future. So let's talk about now about some YouTube, like I have complaints regarding it, and also some there are concerns that has been raised by the community for past 2 weeks. So let's talk about that. What YouTube is doing is, like I said, what Spotify did last year, making impossible to use the app ultimately. So what Spotify did last year, so if you don't know, Spotify, for non-premium people who use it with ads like me, I don't use Spotify premium, but uh, people who use Spotify without premium, without buying the premium subscription, they made it too hard to just use the app. Like you can't fast forward the app, fast forward, not fast forward, like just in a 3 minute song you can't even listen to a specific section of a song. Like I said, in a 3 minute song, if I want to go to 2 minute, from jump from 1 to 2 minute, I can't do that. Like if I have to use it, I have to get premium for it. Like same, like after every two song there were ads, after every, like it was just impossible to use that app, like you can't form queues, like so many things. And same is what is like I feel like YouTube is doing right now. I have gotten it's kind of, and I will say on the mobile version, I have not gotten those testing. Basically, it is not full-fledged test. It is not full-fledged updates that is been done by YouTube. It is definitely a testing mode that YouTube is doing, because on my phone, I definitely can't use those features, but on my laptop, on my web page, on whenever I watch YouTube, I can definitely use those features. So it is just looking at certain uh, things. So so if I want to queue videos, like I said, these are videos I want to watch and I want to be in a queue. I can't do that on my phone. I can't also do I remember I can't also do yesterday, I can watch video in 1.2 x, 25x, 1.5, or even 2x. I get the new 3x is in the premium, but why I can't watch some videos in 1.5x or 2x? Is like, why are you making so much difficult to watch? Like, why are those features included in the premium version? And it makes no sense. Same, and making a playlist, like I said, the queue, if you want to make queue of videos, you can't make it that too. So both those features for me are in a premium version, so I can't watch videos. Basically, I can't watch. It is making so hard to watch me those videos, so I can't use my video YouTube on my phone. I hope it gets away, you know because I watch a lot of YouTube. But then I saw a lot of people on Twitter also complaining about same features that I was facing too. So I was like, yeah, YouTube is testing something, and I hope it definitely gets away in next couple of months, on in just next month. Okay, because Spotify did the same. There were a lot of backlash, and now they have bring back, so you can just use it. But Spotify is, mm, also one of those same thing that they did last year. That is what YouTube is doing, pushing so much, so premium features, that something ridiculous, just like making a playlist, making some kind of what, even kind of an queue, or watching it 1.5x, 2x videos in premium, which is ridiculous, I believe. So that is one of the complaint. I hope YouTube understands it and makes changes right away, because it is kind of an irritating, no, frustrating things. Because one thing I need these companies to understand, not every person just wants to get into subscription model. Okay, even if they have money, not, I just don't want to get into YouTube premium, at least for now. At least there are certain, like, I have multiple accounts I did to use. Like, I might get YouTube subscription for one account, but I don't want to get YouTube subscription, at least for now. It is good for me. It is bearable, like I can watch it with ads. It is okay that I can watch it with ads. Okay, uh, like, why you have to sell the subscription model so much so on your face? I don't get it. Like, but okay, like, this is like the frustrating thing that is happening, and I hope YouTube understands it, because YouTube is one of those platforms which runs the base because of the ad model, not because of the premium. Like, the amount of people does just have premium and compare that to those non-premium people, like, it's insane. The major of the people use YouTube on non-premium mode, like with ad based people. Understand, they watch ads, and they just don't mind ads on watching on videos you know Now, there is also another frustrating that is happening on YouTube that we will talk in further episodes. That is the ad model that they are using, forcing too many ads right now. But it's okay, at least ads were being okay, because at least I know that, for sense, like, for me, at least I know when I watch those ads, okay, that, okay, I know how this model is. I am the part of the model, as a creator too. So yeah, those ads I'm watching, at least it is some kind of a revenue model, both for YouTube and both for that creator. But when you force this kind of features, it just get ridiculous. So yeah, that was one of the complaint I want to have with YouTube, but there are also other factors that are happening. So past 1 month, YouTube's AI detection system to ban channels, YouTube is using AI to ban channels now, which was kind of, and I will say, rough, because before AI it was YouTube system to ban channels was still so bad that some of the channels that used to get, I believe, uh, does not even get human intervention, like, you know like, now it was bad enough before, now you are using AI detection like to ban thousands of channel, I believe like they did like last 1 month. And I was like, that was insane, because YouTube needs to understand banning a channel is not a solution to your answer. Like, even if, let's say, they broke a community guideline, whatever it is, I do believe that having a pre kind of, and I will say, uh, what you mean, what I mean by that, having a, because it's kind of a big deal to just ban a literal whole channel that a person has worked on throughout its life, and you just ban the channel some because of AI detection. And even before AI it was bad, and now it is gotten worse. Hundreds of channels has been just definitely wiped out, and it is a big deal, like, for me too. Like, what if my channel gets wiped out tomorrow because of AI detection, because of some random thing that AI detects on my whole video or video transcripts they have, and my channel just gets banned, you know so it's kind of a big deal. YouTube needs to understand that people are making living on their channel, especially creators, you know especially individual creators who are working on their channels, like millions of channels around the world having millions of subscribers too, like a 1 million channel, 2 million channel subscriber amount of channel also has a person work from zero to right now. And it's not like they have a big team, they are working grinding, and you just ban the channel is not a kind of, and I will say, a good look, especially for that person which has worked a lot on that channel, from giving hours or hours to put in those videos and put on that effort. And I believe that YouTube needs to try to make a really really better system now, because I think same thing for copyright system. I don't like the copyright system we have right now, because even if we have that AI imprisonment, like, whoever imprisonment you are, like, whoever you stole your identity and make AI, that is also not working too quite well, I believe. But we will talk about that later in next couple of episodes. But the copyright system is already not good, and same with is going on with the community guidelines now, which is, I believe that YouTube should definitely have something kind of, and I will say, a pre kind of an, like, giving a kind of a warning before giving doing something like that, or even just finding out what the problem with the video is. I do believe that. Apart from that, also another thing that some one notice, which I don't know his name, but he is some also a like YouTube strategist who works with a lot of big channels. He talked about how algorithm has changed, especially for shorts, because shorts are getting less views, especially the older shorts are getting less views, because the algorithm is pushing the just newer shorts, and the older shorts are not getting pushed by the algorithm. And basically the new algorithm change is saying that quantity over quantity. So basically it is pushing creators to upload more, and that is the model of TikTok, which we know is not good. uh, Making forcing creators to just post more, especially in shorts, uh, making them believe that uploading more will help them more, because that is a not a good long term approach by for creators. And for the creators, especially in, like I said, not like, there are creators who are making a really amount of good amount of shorts, where their whole Format is vertical, not horizontal. So I believe that they are pushing those kind of content, whatever kind of content, and just push short, which is kind of an, I will say, what YouTube, uh, I believe for my same, that is happen for me too. Like my this same channel does not get, I believe like my on my YouTube, this channel does not, like specifically on my, I will say, the long form videos does not definitely get the same push. I believe that because I do see the data on my videos, especially older ones, and when I see data on my shorts, it definitely pushes shorts more and more, especially the watch time of the shorts increases. So I believe that YouTube definitely push shorts more and more, and it kind of pushes the creator to, yeah, you should upload more shorts. But on a long term basis, this is our major content, that is the uh, long term horizontal content. I just clip it out and then post it, which is kind of like I said, as a small creator, like nothing compared to, even my channel is not even monetized, so comparing is hard for me right now. And but the scarier thing for me was AI detection system that is banning channels. So I hope I don't get caught up into that, and um so I hope I don't get caught up into that system, you know which is kind of scary. So people who are doing trying to do it full time like me. That is it for this week's episode of the Tech Guy podcast. And like I said in the episode at the intro, don't like, even if I forget to upload it on Friday, that does not mean I'm going to miss the week. Like, you will be getting next episode this Friday or Saturday only, so you will be getting two episodes this week's. That is like kind of an, I will like say, not two episode, that this episode is just like for like last week but is getting uploaded this week. So if you don't see an upload, uh, does not mean we will be missing the episode. Also, I'm trying something kind of an via that I used to try before. I tried it, I believe, last year. We are going to do that same too, this year too. So let's see. I tried it, I think, at the start of my podcast. Something that you definitely might don't know. But thanks for watching till the end, I believe. I hope I get to integrate that in the next episode. And also, I want to talk. Uh, in the next episode, we are going to talk about a lot of other things, like my iOS 26 thoughts on that. And yeah, and also so that new thing that will be getting most probably integrated in next episode. So yeah, something kind of a fun, something kind of an unique that I'm trying here. So yeah, like always, comment your thoughts, any kind of topic or do you want to me cover. Like I said, always I will be covering in this podcast in further and future episodes. Comment your thoughts regarding the topics we talk about in these episodes, that I definitely that you've definitely find something out of it, or you what are your opinions, because perspective matters, opinions matters. You are from viewer's side, your side might be different. Also, yeah, that's it. Like and subscribe, comment on your thoughts, that's the main thing. So if you are watch up until this now, thank you. I know we are not a like not a time kind of an constraint, like not at perfect time. This kind of channel is has, I don't think we have I have uploaded any episode up until now after promising Friday. We have uploaded on Friday, but like I said, we will be uploading. So yeah, that is it for this week's episode of the Tech Guy podcast. And also, like I said, the reason I am looking here, not here on my phone, is like I said, I'm alone this recording, so I have to look at the screen at the framing and what it is, and I also have to look at the, because sometimes frame gets drop and I have to stop recording and check at what is happening, or my phone needs to cool down, which kind of and sometimes becomes way too hot and shut down. It's not shut down, but the video gets so bad. And also I need to check, always check about my audio one that you are hearing. uh, so yeah, a lot of I will say matters to this kind of, I will say. So I like I said, like I'm always this is the reason, just like I said, I'm always looking towards this side, not on the camera. The camera is just for the visual. Like this is a podcast, majorly for or video, or sorry, audio podcast. Like I said, video is just kind of like a bonus thing that you can just watch it with video on YouTube. If you want to watch audio podcast, this podcast is available on Spotify, and yeah, you can watch there at audio version too. Also, one thing, if you want this podcast at specific, let's say you watch a podcast in any other, like you watch at Apple Podcast, you watch it at Comcast, I believe, no, Pocket Cast, sorry, you watch like any other podcast sites, you watch your podcast, and you if for you, if it is convenient, I should upload there, just let me know down in the comments. Like if you want me to upload on Apple Podcast, I will upload there. The reason I'm just not uploading there is because I want to focus on majorly on YouTube, and because this is just a start on YouTube. Like the framing should be way much better in future episode. This is just I'm starting out right now. Framing should be better, everything should be better and better, audio and video both. So in future episode, this will be a kind of a big deal, especially in video too. For now it is much more of an audio podcast than video one. Ultimately it is podcast, it will be of audio one no matter what, and video will be kind of an like after taste. So whenever you are watching a video podcast, it is just better for me to practice in a video. And there are some visuals that you definitely I can't just show it on my uh, definitely I can't just go and tell in that audio one. So yeah, uh, check out, and also let me know down which where you want me to upload it, so I might you upload there, or just use the Spotify one. You can check out there too. uh, so yeah, this is it for this week's episode of the Tech Guy podcast. I will see you guys Friday. See ya.